Alright, Jujutsu Kaisen Season 1 review. We finally doing it. We finally here. We finna get into it. I got my boy Brock. I got my boy Zec. Let's go ahead and start off. Yeah. Let's do this shit, man. Let's do this shit. Okay, so. Alright, episode 1. We going full 24 episodes review. We ain't even gotta do this shit hella long. You feel what I'm saying? If it's a certain episode, you know what I'm saying, you don't like got too much to say on it, we a spitball, you know what I'm saying? Just hurry up, rapidly get that one through. We get to the next episode. So Jujutsu Kaisen, man. First episode, I thought it was cool, you know what I'm saying? They set the little world, you know what I'm saying? They did the little world building. You know what I'm saying? We got Yuji with all his in his club with the occult niggas and shit like that. I'm gonna be honest, I actually thought they was gonna be in the season like way longer type shit. Like they really only got that one episode type shit. I thought they was low-key gonna be in there like a little more, you know what I'm saying? He had come back to him and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Having to protect him more often, but it ain't end up happening. Which I wasn't tripping. I just thought they was, they made them characters, so I thought they was gonna do some extra shit with them. But that's cool.
ECs for real. Like we only see them. We don't see them ever again for the rest
Nah,
of the
real
season.
shit. You don't see them niggas again. So like that shit crazy. But
they some forgettable characters.
Yeah, them niggas went in there. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You know what I'm saying? Got that little bit of screen time. I break his fuck out of here,
Yeah, that shit crazy. Fucking, I do fuck with. I had wrote this down. I was like, I do fuck with how they subtly established that this nigga Yuji not like other niggas, bro. This nigga like, he definitely exceptionally well in his, in his shit. Like how the nigga was running around and shit. Nigga had threw that little ball and fucked up the whole little soccer goal and shit like that. I fuck with how they subtly did it. They ain't do it by having this nigga just get into a random fight and the nigga just demolish a nigga. You feel what I'm saying? They just, they subtly like hinted that this nigga already like that type shit. So I fucked with that. What's up? No, keep going. Say what you guys say.
He broke it. They just casually, man.
Yeah, like I fuck with that shit.
Man, just a random track athlete just moving fast as hell. And
yeah.
Then just looking at this man crazy, like what?
That nigga was definitely made in alive, bro.
That scene where he like, you see the little spark of light when they like move past each other. This shit was gas, bro. I want some like Bleach spiritual pressure, like yo, who's this man next to me, bro?
Type shit. Hell yeah. Nah, I fuck with that. Then we get into the that nigga end up having to see his granddad and shit at the hospital. His granddad dealing with, I don't think they even said what he was dealing with, but
they didn't. We didn't know that nigga was on his damn deathbed.
Yeah, nigga was just terminally ill type shit, and the nigga end up he had his little last conversation with Yuji. I fucked with the little parallel that they had, and then what I'm saying, I fuck with when his grandfather was like, hey, don't be like me, what I'm saying, help people out and what I'm saying, shine type shit in this world of darkness and shit like that. And that conversation really the catalyst behind everything in season 1. Like that's the starting, that's the motivator for everything. Like if you really think about it, that nigga always come back to that moment and be like, all right, bro, I gotta go help niggas type shit. And he do his thing. So like I fucked with that. That was fire. And I don't know how y'all felt about that, but that's what I got out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit really was, like, in my opinion, that was the tone for like the entire season. Like at least, for Yuji type shit, and like for certain other characters, but like just like helping niggas and what I'm saying, making sure you not like some brooding ass, like, you feel me, hateful ass nigga. Like get out there and help people, especially the people you fuck with type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I fucked with that shit.
I always wonder, like, if his grandpa like didn't tell him that, would he be helping niggas right now? Like, would we even get this whole story if he just said, yeah, right, do what you gotta do in life?
Yeah. It's like, I feel like
he probably would have been more selfish. I don't want to say like completely selfish, but he wouldn't be, as
risking life type shit. Yeah.
Yeah, like he'll help you, what I'm saying, if he can, but it's like him going on his way to risk his life for you, like he wouldn't be doing all that, bro.
Yeah. But it's like that nigga do got a helpful ass personality.
He gonna let you die. Yeah, he do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that nigga is a helpful nigga.
I don't want to say he happy-go-lucky, but that nigga is
yeah, he be doing his own shit for sure. Like that nigga, he like before he even got introduced to like the school and shit like that. That nigga was really just chilling with his with his occult homies and shit like that. That nigga was chilling in his little group type shit. But like, you know what I'm saying? They even start off, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with, you know, the animation was fire. That was like, you know, first impressions. That was already fucking with that. Animation was cool. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with like, you know, they like his character, like the nigga character cool. Like nigga, he say some funny shit here and there. He can get serious. Like, you know what I'm saying? He like a jack of all trades. That's, you know what I'm saying? So I fuck with that. What else? I fuck with so then, you know, they end up uncovering that fucking that cursed item and shit like that. They found Sukuna's finger and shit. And his homies end up opening it. They opened the shit. That fucking cursed spirit came out and started terrorizing the whole fucking school, you know what I'm saying? But it was only, you know, the two occult homies in there. They was going crazy. Then, you know, Megumi, that nigga was out there. He came through. He talking to fucking Yuji. He end up, you know, he trying to find that fucking finger type shit. He trying to find, you know, what happened to the cursed item and shit. They end up figuring out what happened. Go to the school, all type of shit. They get in there, then we finally see fucking Megumi's powers, bruh. Nigga, them demon dogs, nigga, that hoes was so hard, bruh. Nigga, I ain't gonna lie. When I saw them hoes, I was like, yeah, I'm finna fuck with this whole type shit. The moment I saw them, I was like, yeah, I knew I was finna fuck with that hoe. I don't know what y'all first impressions was when y'all saw them, but man, I was fucking with it off rip.
I was messing with it, then out of no, bro. His moment got took so fast. We see the dogs. We see one of them get clapped, and out of nowhere, we just see Yuji come through the glass.
Yeah.
Serious time and breaking through it, doing backflips and all that. I'm like, yo, why is he cooler than you, bro?
Nah, really.
You gotta give Yuji his props though. That nigga had heart, but I'm not gonna lie, for making me to already be, you know, a sorcerer, I ain't gonna lie. I was expecting, you know what I'm saying, to put, you have a little bit more shine, you know, dominate, cause you know that's like, well, you know, for starters, you know, we just getting into it, so we don't know how strong. But you know, they're like, okay, you know, there's some curses or whatever. But you know, you think, you know, he gonna be able to handle that because you know he's already in the academy.
Nah, that nigga definitely end up handling shit in the end. Ain't he kill that hoe? Didn't he kill that hoe?
I'm pretty sure.
Sukuna did.
Oh yeah, that is true. Sukuna did drop that hoe. I mean, for that, I guess, cause he ate the fucking cursed item type shit.
Yeah,
he ate that hoe.
Just ripped the part right after.
Yeah, that is true. But I mean, I feel like if Megumi was like he wanted to drop that motherfucker, he would have dropped that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But that, yeah, like that nigga, it's like we gradually get there with him. Like, but I fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? I fuck, like, I'm gonna be honest. In my opinion, that nigga is like Gojo. I fuck. We go get into Gojo. Hold on. Matter of fact, let's continue. Let's continue on. Hold on. We gonna get to him. We gonna get to him whenever he pop up type shit. So, you know, they end up dropping that whole Gojo finally show up, you know what I'm saying, and he trying to figure out what the fuck going on with Yuji. He just, you know, swallowed a whole fucking cursed finger and shit like that. Nigga done turned into a fucking demon type shit. He done turned into a whole crazy spirit. Fucking, they battling within Yuji head and shit like that, fucking trolling all that. They going crazy. And they was wilding. So I fucked with that. You know what I'm saying? This is getting into episode 2 now. We leading into episode 2. You know what I'm saying? I said Gojo. I'm like, I had wrote all this shit down. I was like, Gojo was funny. You know, the way he had got introduced and shit like that. The moment he slid in there and shit. I was like, that shit was funny.
Sitting on the op is crazy. Bro.
Yeah, like that nigga was, he was like chilling.
The disrespect. But you know, when you the strongest, you know, sorcerer, you can do that shit. Cause like you that nigga, like, who finna check you? Like let's be honest, bro. Like who in the first season, you know, was really checking him?
Nah, real shit. That nigga Gojo, he definitely, that nigga was heat. I already knew that nigga was gonna be crazy the moment he came through. And then, you know, they started getting into it. You know, that's when they had their first little fight. You know, it was like a little mini fight. Man, the smooth little animations that they was hitting, you know what I'm saying? When they was like back to back and shit. And Gojo, you know what I'm saying? He trying to get his hits off on him and shit. He fucking him up. That shit was smooth. I ain't gonna lie. I was fucking with that shit all the way. That shit was fire. I fucked with all that. You know what I'm saying? And then I fuck with how when, you know, Gojo and Yuji fighting and shit like that. I fuck with how they show Yuji being a little worried about his fate and shit like that. Cause you know, he was like, nigga, you know you gonna fucking die. You just became a vessel for this crazy ass spirit, my nigga. That's tough. You know what I'm saying? That nigga, he told to be strong than the motherfucker. That nigga was a little bit unsure, but you know, he ended up, you know, going back to grandfather's words and shit like that. He was like, nah, nigga, I got this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna put on for my grandfather type shit. You feel what I'm saying?
We gotta lock in.
Yeah, that shit was fire. Cause you know, like, a nigga ain't finna, like, especially, you know, these some young niggas type shit. They ain't finna just be locked in, like, fully 100% on some, yeah, man, I'm finna take this shit on, and you fucking, like, 100% all in and shit like that. Nigga, you gonna have some type of worries type shit. You feel what I'm saying? Nigga, this is a big task that you finna get put on type shit. You feel me? You didn't just woke up in a whole room chained up and shit, you know what I'm saying? All type of shit, defending curses and shit on your body and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? You ain't finna just be sitting in that motherfucker like, oh yeah, nigga, I ain't tripping, I got this type shit. You feel what I'm saying? We end up getting, you know, the exposition about, you know, the meaning, but the significance and meaning behind, you know, whenever he became the vessel and shit like that. They got all them other fucking cursed, you know, possessions of Sakuna and shit like that they gotta collect and shit. So, you know,
sentenced to death as a high schooler, insane.
Yeah, like, you feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
I don't know how any high schooler will be able to handle it and like not want to like freak out, because like, nigga, I'm like, bro, I'm barely living my life. Nigga, I'm like 15, 16. You tell me I gotta die? Because that first object?
Nah, real shit. That shit crazy as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Then I was laughing when that nigga was like literally like he was saying that nigga like bitches like Jennifer Lawrence, but that shit had me rolling. It was so random to me. I was like, nigga, what the fuck? Where'd that come from? Like, I wasn't expecting them to actually say her name and shit like that. That would have me rolling, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I was laughing at that shit. And then he ends up meeting bruh from the school, you know what I'm saying? So he can, you know, prove his worth type shit. You know what I'm saying? And actually get inducted into the school and shit like that, get enrolled in the school. That fucking fight he had with that fucking green teddy bear was funny as hell. It was like, it was intense. Like, that shit was like animated and shit. Like, they was moving through that. It was like, this nigga's not doing nothing but fighting a fucking sentient teddy bear, but it was fire as fuck. Like, that shit was cool.
Bro, you know?
That hoe was long. So, you know, then we get into episode 3. I fuck with it, you know, when that nigga Megumi, he was talking to Yuji and shit like that, and he was like, man, you know how it is out here in our school, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, you know, got their unique circumstances, you know, meaning like, you know what I'm saying, everybody going through shit, but we all here type shit, you know what I'm saying? We all got shit going on, but we also got duties type shit. But with them duties, nigga, everybody got shit going on type shit, you feel what I'm saying? So like, I was fucking with that. That was some real nigga shit. Cause that's some real life shit, bro. That should be happening for real type shit. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, my nigga Yuji getting showed around the school, all type of shit like that. You know, they, you know, just getting the layout type shit. He ends up, you know, getting his little dorm or whatever. They going in. Then they gotta go, you know, meet Nobara and shit like that. So, you know, they getting ready to, you know, meet her and shit. It was funny how them niggas was excited to take that little trip to Tokyo. Then they got to where they was at. They was like, man, what the fuck you just took me, bro? Type shit.
Go to a random haunted house.
Yeah, they was like, hold on, nigga, what the fuck you just took me? I ain't rocking with this shit.
Crazy spirit, cause it was a doll, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, her straw doll. Yeah, that's what it's like, a straw doll, like kind of like a voodoo doll type shit with the nails and shit. I ain't gonna lie, her shit is unique. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that I'm talking about, like the curse she fought.
Yeah, it was like the mannequins. It was the mannequins. Yeah, it was the mannequins. Yeah, that shit was cool. That shit was cool as fuck. Yeah, they was working. That's like that was like they little first mission type shit, you know, like initiation type shit. And they was going in. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I wish Yuji kept that dagger sword thing.
Yeah, that whole was live. You know what I'm saying? Just use that as like, you know, like just in case. You know what I'm saying? If I ain't got it, nigga, I'm gonna have to use it. You feel me? Yeah.
It would have been cool. I ain't gonna lie, but it's like he gotta infuse it with just cursed energy. Because remember those things, like they break, like, cause you know them curses, they aren't, you know, them niggas got like they're adorable as fuck. So it's like when it comes to that, you have to like imbue your curse energy into it, so like it don't break. Because if you overdo it, then it will break. So it's like, and remember, he wasn't really using curse energy like that. You know, he was just relying on physical abilities and just boxing. So it's like it made sense for it to break. But seeing him pick up a weapon, you know, later on, if he would have, it would have been nice.
Yeah.
It's like what weapon would y'all have seen him like? Would I have liked to see him use though? Like see him pick like another dagger, sword. Like
I mean, I wouldn't be tripping. I ain't gonna lie. As long as that nigga working type shit, you feel what I'm saying? I wouldn't trip.
I'm not gonna lie, because his main thing is hands. So that's like the closest thing to like still using your hands, but not using your hands. You know what I mean?
Yeah, type shit.
That would probably be it. And it's like, isn't like, I think it got like a curse property too. Something about cutting through curses easily, something like that. It's like one of the other weapons we gonna talk about later as we go through the season.
Yeah. So, you know, they doing all that shit. And then, you know, when they on that mission, you know, it's a mission for Yuji and Norbora, but it's really a whole test for Norbora to make sure she ready to even be enrolled into the, you know, Jujutsu Tech type shit. You feel what I'm saying? So we had to see what she was about, which, you know, we end up seeing later on. You know, Yuji, he ends up getting into the little fight with his spirit that he had to go against. You know, he using the little dagger and shit like that. They going in, and you know, that was a good fight. You know what I'm saying? One thing I do fuck with about this hoe is that, you know, each episode you really get a fight. Like, you really get a fight each episode. Like, depending on how long the fight is or how short the fight is, you really high key get a fight every episode that we on here. Probably besides, you know, episode 23, I think it is. But we'll talk about that later on type shit. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, how y'all feel about, you know, us getting like a fight each episode, pretty much, for the most part?
I think it makes the pacing way more fluid and not like, you know how some other new gen animes, My Hero, My Hero. Some episodes just don't matter. Some episodes just don't matter. Like, why am I seeing this little kid just like some, you know, like some of the episodes that'd be like having a concert, getting ice cream or some villain just do something a little 1-2 and it's over. Like, I like how each fight in Jujutsu Kaisen means something some sort of way.
Yeah, that shit, like, you know, for the greater story type shit.
Exactly. Like this one, we discovered no powers with the curse technique, using nails and dogs and all that. And we see like different techniques, like the veil Gojo uses to make sure no one sees like what's happening in the test. Amazing casual storytelling.
Yeah, real shit. Yeah, then, you know, Nobara, she fighting the little mannequins and shit like that. The mannequin, the spirit came out the little mannequin. He started taking that little nigga hostage and shit. I was like, what the fuck going on? But, you know, they use their ingenuity, you know what I'm saying? They smarts to, you know, disarm the motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? He unhand the child, they going in. And then, you know, Nobara, she going crazy with her shit. Like, I'm gonna be honest, at first, I wasn't really a fan of her weapon. I was like, bitch using hammers and that. I wasn't fucking with it. But
Build-A-Bear, what's going on?
But like, you know, once they started getting into it, I was like, I ain't gonna lie, that shit really not bad, bro. And then especially how they handled the demon type shit. You feel what I'm saying? Which, hey, this is spoilers too, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know. So you can talk on, you know, like, we talking all spoilers this season. So I fuck with how she dropped the demon. She fucking dropped the little straw doll on his arm. Fucking killed that hoe. I was like, oh yeah, nigga, I'm gonna have to really see what's up. Then I would like, that's when I was like, okay, we getting into it now. Like, you know what I'm saying? We just got another fight scene. Shit looking good, like everything going smooth. So I was fucking with that type shit. What else happened? Let me see. I said, you know, when they you know, yeah, when they dropped the nigga with the straw doll and shit like that. And then I fuck with her little speech, you know what I'm saying, in the episode where she was like, you know, being true to herself type shit, you know what I'm saying? Because niggas, you know, you gotta stay true to yourself, you know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about. You can't, you know, you can't falter your image or none of that shit for like nobody. You gotta always stay true to yourself. And then, you know, we end up get the little Juju Stroll mini episode type shits that happen at the end of every episode. I fuck with those. I ain't gonna lie. It's like a cool little shit that, you know, after you just finish watching the episode, here, you know what I'm saying, get some comedy or some shit in there. I fuck with that too. That's cool. So, you know, getting into episode 4, the squad, you know, they getting a little lesson on, you know, grades of sorcerers and, you know, cursed spirits and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They in that little motherfucker. They finally get on their little first mission together, all 3 of them. Nobara, Yuji, Megumi. They finally on their first mission type shit as a full squad. They going in. The instructor said some real shit. He was like, hey, bro, don't disregard your feelings type shit. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, it just tie into fucking like what Nobara was saying with her speech on, you know, being true to herself. It's like, when you on this mission, like, yeah, we on a mission, but you got feelings too. Don't disregard them motherfuckers. You know, you gotta stay true to yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, it be like a deeper meaning to like a lot of this shit. You just gotta, you know, find that shit. You just gotta connect it. You feel what I'm saying? You know, cause I know a lot of that shit'll go over niggas' heads type shit. So I was fucking with that. Like, every little message niggas are saying in this hoe, I was trying to extract some shit out of that, or, you know, relate to it, get some, you know, some meaning out of it. Cause, you know, of course, like, we watching niggas fucking fight spirits and shit all day, but, you know, that don't mean they can't speak real shit into this motherfucker too. You feel what I'm saying?
I love how they do it so casually too.
Yeah, it's just regular type shit. You feel what I'm saying?
It's not like the narrator just sitting down and talking to you about, like, yo,
Real
life
shit.
is about this, that, and the third. Though they just casually do it, like, yo, find your technique, but you also gotta find yourself while you also finding the technique and make it stronger. This, that, and the third. Yeah, it's just a great combination.
Yeah, real shit. Cause it's like the instructor dude, you know what I'm saying? I forgot his name, but you know what I'm talking about, the nigga with the glasses and shit. He be driving around the car all day. Yeah, it's like he telling Yuji that cause he trying to teach the nigga type shit.
Oh, you talking about Nanami?
Yeah.
You talking about Nanami or the other dude?
Wait, we're talking about.
You talking about the black dude?
Nah,
the black dude or yellow hair?
bro. He wear the glasses. He be wearing a suit. He be driving around in
Yeah,
the
that's
car all day.
Nanami.
Yeah, him.
Yeah, that's Nanami.
That nigga
You
be.
talking about like early on or later on? Because Nami doesn't show up until later.
I'm talking about, man. This was in like episode 4.
He's not.
This is when they first learn about. This is when they first learn about grades of sorcerers and spirits and shit.
It was another nigga that drove them to the thing.
Yeah, they be driving them around and shit like that.
On Wednesday, he's like a side character, bro.
Yeah, he a side character. He a side character. He worked for the school.
About.
He worked for the school.
Yeah, you talking
shit.
for the. You talking about the butler? You talking about Gojo's butler?
Him.
Yeah,
it's like he
made the veil. Yeah, I know who you talking about.
Yeah, like he teaching the little niggas, but like, you know what I'm saying, he also speaking to the you know, the consumer of the product. He speaking to the watcher type shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't disregard your feelings type shit. You know what I'm saying? That it ain't just him saying that to them. You gotta, you know what I'm saying, extrapolate that shit and really figure that shit out for yourself too. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, getting into that shit, they go in. You know, Megumi, he out there using his demon dogs to, you know, track the spirits and shit like that, get to the bottom of shit, and, you know, help out rescue the people who like still alive, because, you know, there's definitely some casualties. Them spirits is running rampant type shit.
Yeah, alive or dead. Ironically, like when they were going through, they, you know, they did see like a pile of bodies.
Yeah, it was definitely niggas drop type shit. And it was crazy, you know, that ghost fucking seeing Itadori and that nigga get his hand cut off, bro. I was like, oh no. I was in that hole like, damn, bro, my nigga just got his hand cut off. How you go fight? Type shit. I was worried for him type shit. I was like, oh nah, man, this shit crazy, bro.
It was like a clean, like Itadori tried to cut that nigga with the dagger and just got right off. I'm like, yo, like, how you finna fight? Like, already he handicapped? Like,
nah, real shit, bro. And then, you know, everybody end up splitting up and getting into their own fights type shit, you know what I'm saying? Because they still trying to, you know, each handle these spirits, you know what I'm saying? They had to split up and shit like that. And, you know, again, when fucking Itadori fighting this special grade fucking cursed spirit, he had them doubts again for a split second. But like I said, bro, that nigga went right back to them words his granddad said, and he got right back on his shit. That's what I was saying. Like, I really feel like when he was talking to him on his deathbed type shit, you know what I'm saying, his final moments, that speech he gave him was really the catalyst behind his whole character, like, going into this season type shit, because that nigga really was on that shit every time he was doubting himself on some shit. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, I fucked with that.
Yeah, and I like how Jujutsu Kaisen really just, like, really shows you about how reality just holds you. Because as soon as we get that moment, he does the little punch Black Flash, or miniature Black Flash that hits him, does nothing, and then Sukuna just pops out. Boom.
Yeah,
all
real
that
shit.
just turned into evil out of nowhere. Then we already know what happens next. The audience knows what happens next.
Yeah,
Sukuna come out like a dog. No man
that
expect.
nigga a beast, yeah. Real shit.
He was
dismantling.
violating that special grade, ain't gonna lie.
Nah, he was on that shit. He was talking his shit the whole time too. You feel what I'm saying? That was fire as fuck. I fucked with that. And then I fuck with how whatchamacallit, they was like sorcerers never die without regret, Brian. Like I said, that just showed that them niggas be in that whole, you know what I'm saying, tweaking too, bro. Them niggas be going through shit too. And it's like, you know, that be happening for a lot of niggas. And it's like, I'ma speak on this shit too. Whenever we get into that certain episode where I want to actually talk about it, but it's like fucking a lot of this shit that you see in this show, you know, at least through season 1, we strictly talking season 1 because I don't know nothing about season 2 or the movie or anything, but I'm pretty much, you know, I pretty much think it's still the same thing. But like a lot of this shit is really just like metaphors for like everyday regular niggas, bro. You can take these lessons, bro. All these lessons is for everyday niggas, bro. It's a lot of niggas that die will regret, bro. And like, you feel what I'm saying? That just be happening to real life people type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the lessons they were saying, you know what I'm saying? Stay true to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't disregard your feelings. All this shit is applicable to real life shit. You feel what I'm saying? We just getting in, like, they just deliver this message in the form of an anime type shit where they doing a whole bunch of squabbling and shit. You feel what I'm saying? So like, that's what they do speak real shit on this whole type shit. But yeah, that domain expansion was fire as fuck. And then that, like, when that nigga fucking that nigga walked away with that fire behind him type shit, I was like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, this nigga too cold type shit.
Some movie time.
I was like, yeah, real shit, like that, like some 80s, some 90s action movie type shit. Like that shit was fire as fuck. That shit was heat. But yeah, all that shit was fire, you know what I'm saying? It was doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I like the little short skit parts that they do at the end of every episode, them little mini episodes that they do. That shit fire. Then we get into episode 5, you know what I'm saying? Sukuna's still going crazy, and then, you know, now he battling fucking Megumi, bro. You know what I'm saying? They going hard type shit. Nigga pulling out fucking Yuji hard. Nigga done gave that nigga a whole ultimatum like, hey, bro, you try to fight me, bro. I will kill this little nigga type shit. I was like, damn, bro, this nigga get out of this type shit. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know how y'all felt in that shit, bro.
Yeah, that was.
I'm surprised when Yuji couldn't switch back though at will, how he's normally able to. Like,
I mean, the nigga had his heart going. I'm pretty sure that nigga couldn't switch.
You can do that when he got your heart. For
yeah,
real.
I don't think it's shit a nigga can do for real type shit. You feel me?
And I like, and what they sneak Megumi's secret technique when he was about to box for that final time, that pissed me off. Bro.
Yeah, Ryan.
Like,
they be teasing shit with him. I swear, bro. They tease that nigga move so much, bro.
Then that man just falls down. I'm like, bro, ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Nah, real shit though. Like, and even though they do that, I still fuck with how that nigga, like, I fuck with his abilities. Like, this nigga just be, you know what I'm saying, calling out random fucking animals to come help him and shit. Like, that shit hard as fuck. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I don't know what it is, bro, but I just fuck with that shit. That shit is fire as fuck to me, bro.
Like New Way, I forget the name of all that.
Yeah, New Way, Demon Dogs. He got the elephant, which, you know, we'll talk about that one later. He got the frogs. I forgot what he calls them though, but you know, them like all them hoes is just fire to me. I just fuck with them type shit. And then, you know, we get like a glimpse of, you know, like a tiny little bit of backstory for Megumi, you know what I'm saying? You know, how, like, why he want to help people. Like, the nigga literally just say, bruh, he want to help good people enjoy their fairness, you know what I'm saying? Which, you know what I'm saying, they deserve type shit. And he was like, even if, you know, he only save a few niggas, you know, even if he only save one nigga, at least he can help a good person, you know what I'm saying, achieve some fairness and, you know, this harsh, you know, game of life niggas is playing type shit. So I fucked with that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, they really, like, I fuck with how they, like, during every fight, they always give a nigga a reason. Like, they show everybody's reason of why they gotta win type shit in every fight they get into. I fuck with that. So yeah, bro, that's like, you know what I'm saying, one of my favorite parts when it comes to that shit. Like, they always get a reason, like during the fight, before the fight finna end type shit. They just like, hey, bro, this is the reason why this nigga's fighting so hard. This is why the nigga feel like he gotta win so much type shit.
Like, making these reason the best. Like,
Hell yeah.
Like, out of everybody, I like making these the best. Just like, you know, like non-discriminatory. Like, bruh.
Yeah, that nigga literally said he saves people unequally. Like, he don't, like, the nigga just want to help niggas type shit.
Whoa, bruh.
You know what I'm saying? That nigga literally prides himself on saving niggas. Yeah, that's real shit. And then, you know, right now, you know, for the moment, Yuji, that nigga's incapacitated, you know what I'm saying? He can't really do shit. So, you know, they, you know, Norbura and Megumi, they think that nigga dead type shit. So, you know, they mourning and shit. Then, you know, we get introduced into Zenin, you know what I'm saying? Well, Maki, I should say. Panda and Toge. We get introduced to them and shit like that. And, you know, they, you know, getting their little introduction in and shit like that. And, you know, they end up, you know, they learn about the exchange event. And now, you know, Nobura and Megumi, they kind of like ready, because, you know, now they got this newfound motivation to, like, you know, win and do good type shit, because, you know, they thinking Yuji dead type shit. So, like, now they striving to, you know, keep getting stronger, keep being on their P's and Q's to, you know, make sure they on their shit type shit. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, going into episode 6, bro, when fucking, I forgot the name of the demon, I keep saying demon. That fucking spirit, bro. I forgot his name, the blue one with the one eye, bro. When he set that whole fucking restaurant on fire, I was like, damn.
Oh, you talking about Jogo?
Yeah, Jogo. When he set the fucking restaurant, I was like, nigga, this nigga tweaking, bro.
That man did not, bro. The way they did it too was crazy.
Yeah, he ain't give a fuck, bro. I was like, what?
Like, yo, was it getting hot in here? What'd you order? Then out of nowhere,
just boom, nigga just start combusting in a flame.
That nigga start burning everybody. You know what I'm saying?
With that arcade special.
Yeah, like that nigga's on some fire force shit, spontaneous combustion, bro. He would just put his fingers up, start burning everybody.
Yeah, that nigga was wildin', bro. That shit was crazy. And then I fuck with, you know what I'm saying, in that episode, when Megumi, that nigga informed the mom, you know what I'm saying, that her son had died from, you know, the previous episode when Yuji was trying to go, like, cause, you know, I forgot to, you know, to say that, but, you know, that dude mom was looking for him and shit like that, you know, she crying and shit like that, cause, you know, she trying to figure out where her son at. Yeah, and Yuji was like, he was like, hey, bro, we gotta go let her know. But Megumi was like, hey, bro, we gotta finish this mission. But, you know, of course, you know, knowing that he thinking fucking Yuji dead now, he like, all right, bro, let me actually, you know, get this shit, you know what I'm saying, let my nigga get his wish off, because I know he wanted to, you know, help this family type shit, which, you know what I'm saying, that going to Yuji, you know, listening to his grandfather, you know, trying to help others and shit like that, you feel what I'm saying? So I was fucking with that shit was fire.
Speaking of you know, speaking of Itadori be gone, let's talk about who has the most unique training to get stronger. You know, sitting on the couch, bear trying to focus her energy while eating movies. Well, I see eating movies. I'm watching movies and eating snacks.
Yeah, nigga just big chillin'. This nigga out here throwing out references to Naruto and fucking Yu Yu Hakusho and Bleach and Dragon Ball and shit. This nigga was chillin'. He wasn't worried about nothing, bro. That nigga was chillin' like a motherfucker, bro.
He was, but that's also like you can't lie. That is a unique way of getting stronger and training, cause like
nigga was chilling watching movies type shit.
I wish I could do that in real life, bro.
Real
just chilling,
talk,
eat,
bro.
I just gain all the knowledge in the world, bro.
I'll pull up in that bitch flexed up like out of nowhere, like that shit crazy as fuck.
Like Goku and all that. Like, you hit the gym? Nah, I was watching TV.
Watching TV, chilling in that bitch.
Relaxing and just focusing like my spiritual energy and shit,
Nah, real shit. Nigga was honing his craft type shit. Nigga was honing his craft. And then, we get into episode 7. You know what I'm saying? Gojo out there, chilling with the... Gojo just a live ass nigga first off. Like, you know what I'm saying? That nigga just cold as fuck. So, every time I see that nigga on the screen, I'm like, man, who finna get dropped today type shit. You feel what I'm saying? Cause he just do that type shit. He just do that shit. And then, the spirit energy, like, bro, this nigga's fighting. He fighting, what you said that nigga name was? That spirit, that blue spirit?
Jugga?
Yeah, he fighting that nigga, bro. He couldn't even touch him. He couldn't even touch Gojo, bro. He literally couldn't even touch him, bro. This nigga is being stopped by infinity, my nigga. Like, it's like, bro, come on now. You can't fuck with Gojo now. That nigga too cold.
Speaking of infinity is honestly, I'm not gonna lie, that is a broken ass ability. Like, it's not as if you're really being stopped. It's more of just like time is just slowing down the closer you get to him. So it's like, it's damn near like it's almost damn near impossible to really touch this nigga. So far, it hasn't been anybody shown to get past his infinity. Unless, he doesn't have it active. But for our knowledge, he always has it active. Yeah,
that nigga, yeah. He cold as fuck. Then, you know what I'm saying? He got serious on shit. That nigga took the mask off. He took the headband off. He said, hey, bro, it's time to tee up type shit. Pulled up on him, you know what I'm saying? Hit him with the infinite void. That shit was so beautiful when I saw it. I was like, oh my goodness. Hit him with that.
Infinite knowledge, bro.
Man.
Knowledge.
He was out there type shit. That infinite void was something, bro.
That man did violate them. Like, he did his thing.
Yeah, and he was trying to figure out what was going on. He said, nigga, who sent you type shit? Who sent you? Nigga, he's standing on bruh head type shit. He's like, nigga, who sent you, bro? Where you come from? I know you ain't work on your own, nigga.
One thing you can say, he's a disrespectful nigga, but he can be like that when you that strong. Like, he rips bro's dome off there and uses it, as a soccer ball. Like, I'll be that nigga too.
Yeah, that nigga, he was on all type of time, and that nigga he was not playing. And then, fucking Hanami pulled up, to save him and shit like that. I'm gonna be honest, when I saw Hanami, I was like, who the fuck is this? And then, they end up hitting him with the little ability. It reminded me of fucking Tamio shit, bro. Like, if y'all remember when fucking Tamio had in Demon Slayer, where they had used the shit to like confuse all the niggas in the city when he fucking saw not Tengen, when he saw Muzan and shit like that, and they got all the little floral shit. Like, it reminded me of that type shit. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, that shit was kind of love though. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what it just reminded me of. And fucking Gato, that nigga tweaking in that motherfucker. Then, we end up seeing Mahito, another crazy ass fucking cursed spirit. So, them niggas finna get into it and go crazy. So, we get into episode 8. Toto, we see my nigga Toto. We see my nigga, off rip this nigga funny than a bitch. Off rip, I knew I was finna fuck with him, bro. Man, moment we saw him, I was like, oh yeah. This nigga finna be live type shit. This nigga asking niggas, what's your type of, what kind of hoes you fuck with, nigga? What kind of woman you interested in, nigga? Nigga said, I gotta know if you were born, nigga. I said, oh yeah, this nigga cold. Moment he said that, I was like, oh yeah, this nigga finna be my favorite nigga type shit. Nigga was out there.
That's my dog. Cause like, just imagine a nigga asks you what type of women you like, and your women taste is boring, so we beat your ass for it. Like,
Nah, that
I ain't
nigga,
gonna
that
I
lie.
nigga
like
cold
tall
as
and
fuck.
skinny
That
woman.
nigga did beat on my nigga Megan me for no reason, you know? A nigga was all like, it ain't really mad at him type shit, you know what I'm saying? He said the personality, you know, the generic request. We all know what type of women you like, bruh, you know? A big booty bitch like Jennifer Lawrence type of shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna play like that, bruh. You know?
Type shit. So you know, them niggas end up, you know, they getting into a little squabble, you know what I'm saying? Cause he ain't fucking with that answer. He said, I knew you was a boring nigga. I knew you wasn't like that type shit. I knew you wasn't a live nigga type shit. So, you know, they boxing, you know, they doing a little thing for a little split second. And then fucking we end up seeing this bitch crazy as fuck. She pulled out the blick immediately trying to drop some shit. I was like, whoa, bro, they out there going crazy. She finna catch a body for no reason.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought Nabara died when she put up the blick. I'm gonna be
Man,
honest. I'm
she
like, yo, he
immediate,
gone already?
like no hesitation, unprovoked, just pulled out a whole revolver trying to knock a nigga head off. I was like, whoa,
Like, is
we
that
might
whole
get a.
pack a punch?
I was like,
What's
we
going
finna get a first death so quick. This is crazy. I thought it was over for her. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. So you know that was crazy. You know, then you know we get into episode 9. This one we finally start getting into like a mini arc within, you know, the overarching story type shit with Junpei. We end up getting into shit with him, and you know, bullied kid going through shit type shit, and he ends up, you know, basically getting enticed by the, you know, the forces of evil type shit. So you know, and I'm gonna be honest, like episode 9 and 10, like at the end of both of them episodes, I was just like, it's an interesting episode, cause like, you know, the shit that fucking Mahito was talking, and then, you know, seeing Junpei's story, I was like, this shit interesting type shit. I was hella interested. Like literally in episode 9, like the first 30 seconds, I was like, this shit already interesting. I'm already fucking with it type shit. You know what I'm saying? Which I've been fucking with every episode so far. So, you know, this is just another one for the books. And then Kento, then we see Kento. Man, another one of the realest nigga. He's the realest nigga in the entire show. Out of everybody, in my opinion, that's the realest nigga in the show. Every time he hop on screen, anything he says is real. He says the realest shit every time he hop on screen. He be the realest nigga. So you know, that's like another one of my favorites type shit. And I was like, his talk about, you know, being an adult, bro, and shit like that. Like, I don't want to say too much, cause like I really feel like a lot of niggas gotta like go back and hear that shit type shit. So you know, his like talk about like being an adult and shit like that, and like growing up, that nigga was like, man, I was a sorcerer, but man, I wasn't fucking with that shit. Then I had to grow up, nigga, and work. I ain't want to fucking do that shit. I was like, man, I feel you, nigga. But like, you know, all the shit he be saying just be real as fuck. You know, then we get in the episode. Oh no, go ahead, talk your shit. Go ahead.
I'm just saying he relates to us.
Oh yeah, that nigga talk hella real shit every single time. We gonna get in that too. So you know, we run into episode 10. Then this is just like personally for me. I know y'all ain't feel this way, but when they was fucking talking, they had that Scream reference, bro. When it was like, it was Junpei and all the other niggas he was in the club with. They was fucking talking about movies, and they had a Scream reference. Like the movie they was talking about was like clearly Scream. I was like, yeah, I know it's fucking Scream. Like it was funny because like they was basically just like roasting the fuck out of the movie. It was funny to me because it's like I understand why they was saying that shit. So I have fucked with that. That was like beginning of episode 10 type shit. And I was like, it was another interesting episode. So you know, Kento and Mahito, they end up fighting. You know, fire ass fight. They fight was super. Man, the fucking OST that was in the background from like everything, that good ass fight. I ain't gonna lie. That fight spanning from, you know, episode 10 to 11 type shit. It was a great fight. I ain't gonna lie. I was fucking with that shit. Then, you know, not really too much I had to say about episode 10. I don't know about y'all. If y'all got something to say, you know what I'm saying, go ahead. But
when it come down to the Mahito, you know, and Nanami in the fight, I ain't gonna lie, that fight was good.
Yeah, that was a firefight.
That nigga Mahito got the fuck jumped out of him, bro.
Oh yeah, that nigga. Yeah, we finna get into that. Yeah, so that.
You talking about the first one? Yeah, Black.
Yeah, first one. Yeah.
My fault.
Where they were in that like sewer, when they in the sewer. That man was, yeah, when Nami was tagged, and they were like running. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The very first fight that they had. So yeah, then that that lead into episode 11. You know what I'm saying? Again, they continuing the fighting. That man, like I said, amazing fight. OST that was in the background was fucking hitting, bruh. I was fucking with it all the way. Everything about it was cool. Then Junpei and fucking Yuji, Yuji, on a little side mission. He trying to figure out what the fuck going on with Junpei, cause three niggas then got dropped at the movies, and Junpei just walked out type shit, like he didn't know what was going on type shit, and that's like the beginning of him end up fucking with the dark side, cause he end up meeting Mahito. Then just evil shit, man, just started follow you, man. That temptation, man, that shit just follow you. So Yuji end up catching up with Junpei. They talking about fucking that movie Human Earthworm 3 and shit like that. And they was talking about, this is another thing I could relate on, because they was talking about how bad the movie was and like how they was just doing shit, and they were like Brock, if you already know, like the way they was talking about it was like it was ass, because they was just like doing shock and shit, and you already know what I say, shock value studios, bro. Like I literally couldn't relate to that because I see dumb movies like that all the time type shit. So that was hella relatable to me, man. Then Junpei, he pretty much finally found a friend in Yuji type shit, because ain't nobody was really fucking with him. He had some of the niggas who was in his club, but like it seemed to like Yuji was really like his first like real friend type shit. You feel what I'm saying?
No, understood him.
Yeah, bro.
I know lame shit and I know weird shit. He understood them.
Yeah, but Junpei, he pretty much still like heavily involved into the shit with Mahito. So that nigga, he playing like both sides type shit, and you can't do that for long type shit. So man, everybody in the school end up getting fucked up, and like I said, Junpei, he on some like kill them all type shit. He pulls up on all the niggas who bullied him and type shit, and just
almost forgot, bruh.
Yeah,
his mom.
Yeah, like his mom, she out there crazy. Yeah, like Junpei's story was, that's what I'm saying. I had fun, like that was like, I feel like Junpei shit was like some of my favorite shit, like story wise, because like they was talking on shit. A lot of shit got introduced. They had good fights in there. They had messages in there. I was fucking with it. Like for like a short little mini like part of the story. You feel what I'm saying? It was like I fucked with that a lot. And then it's like he pulling up on all the bullies in the school. He ain't fucking with them. It's like of course you keep bullying somebody, eventually they go snap. So it was like, man, they just had that shit coming to him type shit. So we go into episode 12. Even though Yuji got a job to do, that nigga still, he go to that school to help Junpei, because Yuji wasn't even supposed to be going to that school to help him out. He was supposed to get out there and, finish the mission and report back to my guy type shit. But nigga trying to, thinking back to his grandfather, the nigga trying to help people type shit. So, he out there trying to help. He really trying to help him too. Like he like I said, he really found a friend in him type shit. So he trying to do what he got to do type shit. And like I said, everything his granddad said is just a big theme for like everything like in this season type shit. So I was fucking with that shit, man. But what y'all thought about Junpei and like the whole like his little arc? Don't speak on like to like the end of Junpei type shit, but like so far, like how did y'all feel about it type shit?
To be honest, I do not blame him for anything he did. I'm not gonna lie. You get bullied like that, and
yeah, that nigga had fucking cigarette ash like burns on his fucking shit, bro.
And you go home to your mom just like not caring, essentially not caring, but like such a lackadaisy attitude to what
Yeah,
you
like
going
she
through.
just chilling
I don't
type
blame
shit. She ain't really worried. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
just
that shit crazy.
think that reality to like anime is just crazy. Like, we would have never knew he was going through this. It wasn't for Yuji showing that point of view. And
Yeah,
that
like
version.
connecting with that nigga type shit. And then it's like that nigga, like I said, bro, that nigga still be on all that shit his granddad said, cause it's like even Kenta, he was like, man, why is this nigga steady thinking about niggas more than he thinking about himself type shit. Like, so like, it really showed that nigga really do be like on his shit when it come to helping other niggas type shit. You feel what I'm saying? That shit like hella real.
He a selfless nigga, I ain't gonna lie. But when it came down to Junpei, I'm not gonna lie. Them niggas fucked around and found out.
Oh no, they definitely fucked around and found out, nigga. You
got
got the wrong house, fool. You got the wrong house, fool.
I ain't gonna lie, doing that to people is, I ain't gonna lie, that shit's egregious.
Yeah, they was wildin', bro. They was wildin'.
So do I agree that them niggas deserve to get punished? Yeah. Should they have died? Probably. Probably not, but the niggas got what they deserve.
Yeah, it was wild as fuck. It was wild as fuck.
Do I blame them? Hell nah. You know? You play stupid games, you get stupid prizes.
Yeah, that nigga, yeah, and then he even asked fucking Junpei to join him in Jujutsu Tech, bro. He was like, bro, you could join me, we could be cool, bro, like everything could be fine. You know what I'm saying? And like literally by the time like this, and like this is a message too, bro. This is a message too right here that I got out of it, cause like literally by the time he realized that it was a nigga, like it's people out there who will really help you and shit like that, who really out there like who trying to be your friend, who ain't trying to hold you like at every single turn. It was too late for Junpei, cause Mahito came out the cut and straight turned that nigga into a whole cursed spirit, had that nigga moving all crazy type shit. You feel what I'm saying? And he had to get dropped. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
Ain't got touched.
Literally, the moment he realized, he was like, all right, like the moment he was like, okay, maybe I can, you know, actually live a life where, you know, niggas is cool and I ain't gotta worry about, you know, being bullied. Literally, you know what I'm saying? He was already too deep into the dark side, and the dark side, it literally overtook him type shit. You feel what I'm saying? So like that's another message, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You can extrapolate shit, like you just gotta really find that shit. You gotta look at that shit type shit and just, you know, really get these messages, cause like I know it don't fly over everybody's head. Like I know everybody. I know niggas ain't stupid. But like, you feel what I'm saying? For some niggas, they don't really be like looking deep into that shit. They just, you know, get that exposition out the way so they can see, you know, some more fight scenes or some shit. So, you know, I'll be wanting to talk about that shit and point that shit out, cause you know, it like another nigga probably won't point that out. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, cause I don't pay attention to no number. But like me personally, I just want to point shit like that out. But you know, getting into episode 13, you know what I'm saying? We get back, you know. Another fight, you know what I'm saying? This is now Yuji, Kento, and fucking Mahito fighting, man. And you know, like you said, Brock, man, them niggas jumped the shit out that nigga. They was out there boxing for real. They was doing their thing, fucking. And then, like I said, bro, back to Kento, like everything he say real as fuck, bro. And like, and this is what I was saying, you know, early in the beginning of the shit. Like, you could think of these spirits, like, so, you know, Kento, he ends up meeting Shorty from the bakery type shit. And he ends up spotting that spirit on her shoulder. And she's like saying like, hey, I feel like I got a weight on my shoulder type shit. And he see the spirit, he was like, it's a low level spirit, it ain't gonna fuck with nobody type shit. He ends up seeing Shorty at the bakery again, cause you know, he getting his lunch or whatever. And then he finally, you know, they end up having a talk and shit. And he ends up, you know, killing the spirit, you know, getting rid of it type shit, so it can, you know, get off her shoulder. She was like, damn, I feel like the weight been lifted off my shoulder. Literally, that's what I was saying earlier in the beginning. It's like, literally, that shit is like a metaphor for like a lot of shit. Like, you see the Shorty from the bakery, she all smiles and shit like that. But, you know, she get home and have to deal with that cursed spirit, that evil spirit, bruh. whatever fuck, you know what I'm saying, it could be doing. Man, like that shit a metaphor for everybody who fucking like live everyday fucking life. Everybody got something on their shoulder that they going, like, that they got, you know, they dealing with. Everybody got shit going on type shit. So, you know what I'm saying, like, seeing her get that shoulder, that weight lifted off her shoulder, you know what I'm saying, I was fire. And like I said, my nigga Kento, he just a real nigga, bro. Everything he do is real, and that's why I fuck with that nigga. Like, that nigga's literally like, that nigga definitely one of my favorite characters. If not, he probably is my favorite character. Like, everything he do real in this motherfucker. So like, I fuck with him. I don't know how y'all felt about that shit, but like, that's what I was, you know, getting out of that shit.
I fuck with it because, you know, everybody got, you know, problems they go through, you know, mentally, physically, you know, and cursed spirits can represent, like you said, that weight, stress, pressure, you know, the need to do things, or you know, the potential of, you know, if I don't complete this, you know, and I fail and I fuck up, you know, then, you know, it's up, or, you know, it's the consequences, you know. So I like the way you look at it like that, because, you know, it can represent a lot of, you know, real life shit that goes on in real life. And this anime does like a great job doing that. I can't say that this anime does a great job doing that. You know, got a lot of characters that are relatable to real life things, and just other things on that nature. So yeah.
No, yeah, that shit, that's what I be saying. Like, I just wanted to, you know, I just like, I see the shit there. You just gotta make the connection and shit. So like, that's what I like, literally, like, cause like, even with other like shows and movies I'll be watching, like, you know what I'm saying, you watch it a few times and you definitely like get certain messages, or like, you feel what I'm saying, you can understand, like, you can make a connection of like, oh shit, this shit can low-key mean this. Like, even though it's not directly saying it, it's not like, you know, it's hitting there, like sitting there and saying like, hey, this is that. But you know what I'm saying, you can definitely, you know, use your context clues, and you know what I'm saying, just, you know, think outside the box or whatever, and just like get that shit. But you know, going into, you know, episode 15, oh no 14, I'm sorry, going into 14, you know what I'm saying, Yuji, that nigga excited to, you know, get back with his homies and shit like that, be back with his team, you know what I'm saying. And all the other students, they, you know, preparing for the exchange event, you know, that nigga fucking get there. Then, you know, it wasn't really shit that I had to say too much about episode 14. It was like, it felt like a shorter episode to me.
It definitely was. It was like a cool reunion, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
a funny moment.
Kind of like, you know, a break from the action.
Yeah, it was just, you know, like a little slow point to, like, you know, get you, like, you know, you like a roller coaster, you know what I'm saying, you get to that top moment and shit like that, go down, you know what I'm saying, cool off for a little bit, go right back up type shit. So, you know, it was definitely like a slower episode, but not a slower, it was definitely, it felt like a quicker episode, but it wasn't like too much going on type shit. You know what I'm saying? They still just giving a little exposition, talking about the exchange event and shit like that.
Yeah, it was more, you know, calm than anything. Kind of like the calm before the storm, you know, before shit picked back up.
Yeah, and it was cool. It was cool.
Like, you know, where it's like fast action phase, niggas boxing, niggas going through shit. You know, this is more of, you know, a chill, kind of slow, let the characters, you know, chill. Give them a little mini break before, you know, they start picking back up, start back fighting again.
Yeah, then, you know, episode 15, the exchange event start, you know what I'm saying, and Yuji with no hesitation ran the fade with Toto. Like, the moment they got in there and they all trying to, you know, do they shit, this nigga Toto pop up on the group, Yuji immediately ran his fade. He ain't know him or nothing, immediately ran the fade with him. But, you know, they give us the reason on that. You know what I'm saying? They, you know, get briefed on, you know, all the other students and shit like that. And, you know, they told them, they was like, all right, Yuji, we gonna need you to hold them off type shit. But, like, even still, like, no hesitation, he immediately ran that fade. He was like, man, I don't even need y'all to tell me nothing. He ran the fade. Toto asked that nigga was this type of a woman. And Yuji answered exactly how, they gave him the exact answer he wanted to hear. And that nigga immediately became his best friend type shit. So that was fire as fuck. That had me rolling.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that had me rolling for sure, bro.
Best old friendo, man.
Real shit. Fucking.
We all need a homie. I know we all got a homie like Toto, man.
Real shit, you know. But it wasn't no time for friends, cause you know all the other students, they pulled up on Yuji. They was trying to get the smoke, cause you know principal said, "Hey, bruh, we gonna need you to take Yuji out," type shit. But you know, Yuji, he wasn't worried type shit. But Toto, he was like, "Hey, bruh, nah. Y'all niggas finna have to get out the way. I'm running the fade. I'm giving him the fair fade, bruh. Me and him finna fight type shit." So you know he ends up getting everybody up out of there. But in the midst of them getting out of there, Yuji team pull up, you know what I'm saying, to even the odds and shit like that. And then, you know, everybody end up dispersing into their own little separate fights and shit like that. Toto and Yuji continue their fight, which, you know, that shit lead into episode 16. We finally see Panda end up fighting. He ends up fighting Mechamaru and shit like that. They going crazy, you know what I'm saying. That was a, you know, a good little fight. Mechamaru out there hitting him with the ultimate cannon and shit like that. But you know, Panda, he ain't going for it type shit. He transformed into fucking gorilla mode, bruh. Started going crazy, and then, you know, Panda ended up, you know, working him. Then, you know, another real moment. You know what I'm saying? We get real moments a lot in these episodes, which was when Panda was saying, you know, like, they was talking about hardship and shit like that. Cause, you know, Mechamaru, this nigga ain't got like limbs and shit like that. Nigga's skin all fucked up. Like the nigga's he just down bad as a person type shit. But he was like, man, just cause you have hardships or you got more hardships than somebody, that don't make you like better or right on anything you do, because you know what I'm saying, just cause you got more hardships than another nigga type shit. So you know what I'm saying? That was a real little message. Like, it's crazy that a fucking panda bear had to deliver that message type shit. So you know, but it was a real fucking message, you know, he talking that shit. And then, you know, not really much I had to say on that episode either. You know what I'm saying? It was still a good episode, but you know, we running into episode 17 and you know, Maki fucking destroyed Kasumi. That wasn't even a fight, bro. She took the sword, all type of shit, fucking was just out there. Then, you know, Nobara and Momo start fighting, you know, Shorty with the...
Wait. Before you skip to Nobara and I can't be the only person that expected her to do more. I ain't gonna lie.
You talking about Kasumi?
She had a sword, bro. But I ain't gonna lie. When she ain't do shit, I ain't gonna lie. I was kind of disappointed. I was like,
nah, she a whole fucking servant for the principal, man. I knew she wasn't gonna get too much time, bro.
Yeah. You know, but she a servant of the principal. You know what I'm saying? I'm expecting you have some type of skill. But you're the principal, man. Fuck that nigga, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I swear he like another version of Donzo. I don't care.
Nigga, the Donzo, damn.
Cause I stand on it, bro. That nigga been trying to get Itadori gone for like the whole time.
Damn.
I know that nigga was mad when he found Itadori was still alive. I know he was mad.
Yeah, I mean, he probably was. I'm pretty sure he was type shit. This shit, Norbora and Momo started fighting, you know what I'm saying? They get emotional with it, you know, talking about womanhood and shit like that. And I'm not a woman, so I'm not even gonna delve too deep into that conversation, you know what I'm saying? So...
Well,
you know
we do got a woman in here. Go ahead, Zach. Let us know about women.
Ah, damn. Zach, go ahead, talk your shit, my nigga. Go ahead. What you gotta say about that episode, bro? Was that your favorite one?
What is the hate right now, man? I feel targeted.
I don't know. That definitely was targeted. I don't know. That definitely was a targeted attack. I don't know.
That episode do go crazy though. I ain't gonna lie, that episode.
Nah, episode. That's what I'm saying. All the episodes is pretty good type shit. You know, she ends up dropping fucking Norbora with a fucking sniper like shot from a fucking revolver. Man, I saw that shit, how far she was and how she hit her. I was like, man, bullshit. I looked at it, I was like, man, I know this is an anime. I know it is, but nigga, in my head, I was like, bull fucking shit. Ain't no way she shot her and fucking dropped her like that with a rubber bullet and shot. I was like, oh, hell no, man. I looked at that, I was like, nah, bro, that shit was crazy. But you know, then, you know, Mai and Maki end up fighting, you know, they sisters type shit. They twins and shit. So, you know, they out there boxing. Then they have another emotional moment, you know, between sisters and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That was another, you know, good shit. They, like I said, they be putting, you know, their messages in there. You know what I'm saying? You know, Maki wins the fight. Then, you know, we go into episode 18. We start off with Megumi. He's squaring off against Kamo. That was a good one. The principal and just like you said, man, principal was plotting on Yuji like crazy. I ain't gonna lie, he was just hoping that nigga died. I kind of feel what you saying about Danzo now. He was definitely hoping that nigga died type shit. He's like, and I know he was rubbing his hands together like Birdman the moment something bad happened. I'm like, yeah, we finna get this one nigga out of here today. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, he definitely was hating type shit. Yeah, that was crazy. Fucking we get a glimpse into the backstory of Kamo and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they give everybody Kamo, the blind nigga, the nigga who you said ain't got no screen time. That nigga, the bow and arrow nigga. Nigga got he used the blood shit. Yeah, that nigga.
I forget his name, bro.
Yeah.
He did nothing.
When it's a character that got a good design, but remember, because we don't get no screen time.
Yeah.
Like,
Damn, he's kind of useless. I'm not gonna hold you, man.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's like
he was boxing though.
He definitely was boxing. And then he got a live move. Nigga used like blood manipulation and shit like that. That shit was fire.
You just need more. I don't know what. You just need more of it. I don't know.
Yeah. That shit crazy. But you know, they end up fighting, you know what I'm saying? It was, you know, a good fight type shit. You know what I'm saying? And you know, they was just going in basically, bro. You know, my Hito and fucking all the other spirits, you know, Gato, all them niggas, they end up pulling up type shit. So, you know, the whole exchange event just ain't it. It's ruined now because, you know, it's time to tee up now. So, you know, all the spirits pulled up. And now they gotta go crazy, you know what I'm saying? And then basically, you know, it's time to fight because Hanami is up there and they on all type of time, and they said, humans, please die so I can do what I gotta do. I was like, yeah, bruh. I know they finna go crazy type shit. So, you know.
I gotta say before you get going, I can't be the only person that's confused on how Hanami's a girl. Like,
I mean, it ain't really that hard. It's just a girl.
It's a tree woman, bruh.
You know what? I don't want to say nothing controversial, so I'm keeping my mouth shut on that.
I guess Mother Nature maybe.
I'm gonna be honest. I just thought it was like I wasn't tripping. It was just like think about it like this, Joe.
I thought it was a nigga, bro.
Nah, I definitely thought it was too. But when it had a female voice, I was just like, hey, I guess so. Like think about it like this. When I had told you in the books of Hellraiser, like the original shit, Pinhead was made to have like feminine qualities. They just made him a dude in the movies. Like that's why I was just like, hey, I guess, hey, go for it, go all out type. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I looked at it. Whenever I realized it was a woman, I was like, oh shit, go out, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing.
Yeah, it just kind of threw me off. It was like, it's a girl, but I'm like, bro, looks like a whole dude. But I was like,
I mean, it's a fucking demon-looking spirit. It don't get more crazy than that.
You ain't lying, bro.
It's a demon ass spirit that fucking has a rose on his fucking shoulder, my nigga. That fucking be absorbing fucking cursed energy. I don't fucking know, man. But you know, episode 19, you know what I'm saying? Kamo, Toge, Megumi, they going all out trying to escape Hanami, man. I ain't gonna lie. They was out there they was fighting for their fucking life out there, bro. Man, it was getting real scary for all of them. I ain't even gonna lie. You know, Maki, she pull up for the help. They going crazy. She came out there with all type of new weapons and shit like that. Her and fucking Megumi, they going back to back switching weapons and shit. I ain't gonna lie, that shit was hard as fuck. But man, I ain't gonna lie, Hanami wasn't playing that shit. She shut that shit down real quick type shit. You feel what I'm saying? So that was fire, you know. Yuji and then, you know, them niggas pulled up. Yuji and Toto pulled up and they got straight to business. Boy, they squabbling off the rip. Yuji used Black Flash for the first time. You know, Toto was proud as fuck. That shit was fire. Then, you know, the battle started turning up leading into episode 20. You know what I'm saying? We get Toto a little backstory, like a small, very small glimpse of his backstory. And, you know, we kind of get the reason why he asked the question he asks now type shit. Because, you know, he ends up meeting Shorty and shit like that. And she ends up asking him that question. You know, Shorty who pull up on that motorcycle. So, you know, we finally get like, you know, a very little small glimpse of why he asks, you know, that question to everybody he sees type shit. So, you know, that was fire. You know what I'm saying? They continuing to fight Hanami, Yuji, and Toto. They in like I said, they going in. It was hella good type shit. I was fucking with it. Gojo fucking pull up and he on fucking murder time, nigga. He moving all flashy and shit. This nigga pull up and obliterated the dude who was fighting that principal. I forgot about that too. Dude was fighting the fucking principal and this nigga fucking got a whole guitar. He fight niggas with a guitar. I was like, what the fuck? That shit was crazy, nigga. I couldn't believe it, bro. My nigga put up like a rock star in that bitch. I should have known when he had all the piercings on like that, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that nigga pulled up with on some rock star timing, bro.
Oh, nigga used to be in a band.
Yeah, he rocking out with the amps, and he the amp. That shit crazy. I was like, oh shit. But Gojo fucking pull up and obliterated the nigga who was fighting him. I was like, oh no, man, he finna kill this nigga, man.
Don't kill him. Nigga said, I ain't gonna kill him.
I'm gonna make him wish he was dead though. Yeah, I was like, whoa.
Nigga all his limbs and shit. I'm like, yo,
that shit was fucking crazy, bro. Then, you know, fucking, yeah, that nigga moves was just, he just go too crazy. You know what I'm saying? He even fucking, he hurt, Hanami too, but, you know, they had to hurry up and flee. They had to get the fuck up out of there. Then, you know, leading into episode 21. Maito, Gato, Hanami, you know, all the other demons, they plotting out they plan, you know what I'm saying, to, you know, basically get all the cursed items, you know what I'm saying, and bring Sukuna, you know, on their side and shit like that. Everybody regrouping from the exams and shit. Then we get the little baseball episode, which it felt like a filler episode to me, and it definitely felt like a way quicker episode. I really didn't have too much to say about it, which I'll bring back, you know, some shit from this episode in like a later one. But I really didn't have too much to say about this episode either. So, you know, just going into episode 22, you know, everybody getting ready for, well, not everybody, but you know, Gojo's team, they getting ready to, you know, do another little mission and shit together. And it'd be funny when Norboru and fucking Norbora, I should say, and Yuji, they be annoying Megumi, bro. They just be fucking with that nigga all the time. I'd be like, yeah, bro, I know that's some fucking annoying ass shit. Every time they start fucking with him, bro, it be having me rolling. But you know, they get up there, they fucking they fighting them spirits at that place. Like, so that place that they was at, that where that bridge is at, where the, you know, all them people be unaliving themselves type shit. That, like, the school they was by, that's like where Megumi used to go to school type shit, right?
Yeah, that's where he used to go. That's also where Mr. You know what I mean? We can get into that later. Yeah, that's where his sister disappeared.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I knew I wasn't tripping. I knew I was like, yeah.
Did we talk about Gojo using hollow purple or no?
Yeah, that was the move where I was like, he ended up fucking up Hanami too. You nigga used hollow purple. Yeah, that shit was fire as fuck. Yeah, that shit was heat. So yeah, they end up, you know, getting into their little mission and shit like that. You know, trying to stop, you know, all the people from, you know, getting fucked up by the spirits, because, you know, the spirits is running rampant and like making shit even worse over there, because, you know, it's already bad that, you know, people is going there to, you know, take themselves out type shit. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, that shit hitting real close to Megumi, because, you know, this is, you know, where he used to be at type shit, is where he used to, like, you know, go to school and like grow up type shit. So, you know, really didn't have a lot to say about this one either. Like, it wasn't bad, like I said, but it was just, you know, well, you know, like calm before the storm type shit, you know what I'm saying? We re-preparing to, you know, eat back up type shit. So, you know, going into 23, they start off hot, you know what I'm saying? Yuji out there fighting the curse spear with he fighting that curse spear, you know, Mahito, all them niggas, they up in that motherfucker. Nobora and fucking Megumi, they fighting those moles, which bro, I already told you, bro. Them motherfuckers was looking like Diglett to me, bro. The moles was looking like Robo Diglets and shit. They end up, fighting them, getting rid of them. Then Yuji and Nobara, they break from Megumi so they can handle that other spear, handle those brothers and shit that they was fighting and shit.
What's your opinion on them brothers, bro? I ain't gonna lie.
I fucked with them. That I fucked with what they stood for. That was some real nigga shit. They was like, hey, bro, nigga, it's by my brothers, nigga. We standing on business, nigga. I fuck with that, nigga. That was some real life shit, nigga.
I ain't gonna lie.
That was some real life shit. How you felt about it, Zach?
First brother, that man ugly as hell. I'm glad he died. That man was ugly. That was the worst. Because what are the paintings, right? He was the worst painting. The second brother, I mess with him, bro. I like his image. They were, you know what I'm saying, blood brothers. They were locked in.
Nah, they definitely was locked in. Nah, they for sure was locked in. That's what I'm saying. That's why I fucked with them. Like, they stood on business. They said, if it's by my brothers, nigga, we bought that shit type shit. So, I was fucking with that.
I'm not gonna lie. That man was getting tagged.
Yeah.
Extreme.
Nah, they was going crazy. Then
Dory was putting hands on them niggas, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Left, right.
Oh yeah, they was going crazy. They was going crazy. And then
in the Itadori fight is that like, bro, you don't get them hands, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah, real shit. Yeah, that nigga go box you. Yeah, and that's what I was telling you too. Like, I like how he didn't have to call on Sukuna to help like fight his battles. Like, he was like, hey, bro, I'm gonna get this shit done myself. Type shit. I don't need no outside help. I'm finna do what I gotta do. Type shit. I was fucking with that. That shit was fire to me. And then this is what I was saying. That baseball game kind of came full circle because when Gojo is fighting that other demon inside the little that little orb shit or whatever he was in. Like Gojo was like, man, you kind of do too much shit for the team. You gotta kind of get a little greedy with it, type shit. You gotta like tee up and get on this shit for yourself. And like, oh wow, Megumi took that to heart because he started fucking going crazy. That nigga started tweaking the fuck out. I was like, oh yeah, this is what I wanted to see, type shit. And then he ended up just fucking demolishing that fucking spirit he was going to. We hit him with that domain expansion, bro. I was like, oh yeah, bro, that shit was fucking fire, bro. That shit was heat as fuck. So yeah, that shit was cool as fuck. How y'all felt about when he was on that type of timing?
I fucked with it. It gave us a different look of he's usually a comic there, but
yeah, that nigga got crazy.
Hyperactive / in the rage state, it lets you see another side of him that's not calm.
Yeah, that nigga went crazy.
It's like him stepping out of his comfort zone. He did look crazy. He did look crazy.
He teed the fuck up, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, yeah, this is what I wanted to see from him. That shit was fire. Like, that's what I was saying. Like, I didn't have much to say about that baseball episode, but they made it come full circle with, he was fighting that spirit and then he flashed back to Gojo and shit like that. And he was telling them, like, what I'm saying? Like, he just basically brought up the baseball game and told him, get on his shit type shit, get greedy sometimes and like put in your work. Cause you gotta let niggas know who the fuck you is type shit. I fucked with that. That shit was fire. So, getting into the final episode of the season, episode 24, Yuji and Nobara, they start their fight, which they had, like, they started the fight, but then they'd just stop it and, cut to something else, or like cut to Megumi doing his fight, or like they'd start talking and, go to the backstory of the three brothers and shit. But, they finally like actually properly start their fight type shit. And they get into it, and it was fire. And like I said, I fuck with the message and like the shit that the brothers had stood on. You know what I'm saying? Cause that's just real life shit, bro. Like that shit, like I said, that's just real life shit that happened. But Nobara, she doing her thing, and her fucking hairpin move was so fire, bro. Like whenever the JJK game dropped, that better be a ult that I can use with her type shit, cause that hoe was too fucking fire type shit. So that shit was hard.
She digging the thing that appeared on her face.
Yeah. They end up poisoning them and shit like that. But you know that poison ain't have no type of effect on fucking Yuji. And even when Norbora was poisoned, she was fucking using those fucking needles to like connect herself to the which one was that? Was that the second brother or the third one? The like the greenish looking one.
Oh, the greenish one is like the first one.
Oh, that's the first one. Yeah. So like
the third one is the one we see like in the little flashback.
Yeah. Like she was even when she was fucked up with the poison, she was using them fucking nails to put in work. I was like, God damn, type shit. That was going crazy. And then, you know, when they had, you know, did they little team up shit, they little team move shit for that split second, that shit was fire. Oh, that shit was cool. So, you know, that was another good fight scene. I fucked with that shit too. And then I fuck with how they actually showed them having some type of remorse. Like, even though them spirits is crazy as fuck and they didn't drop a whole bunch of niggas, they still had some type of remorse for, like, you know, having to kill him. Cause like that nigga Yuji was like, man, regardless of what the fuck happened, of like what we had to do, tears were shed because I had to drop niggas type shit. So, you know, I fuck with how they actually give these niggas like some type of remorse, and they just not like, yeah, hey, we dropped them, man, we can go on about our day and shit like that. They actually gave these niggas some type of like, you know, emotional connection behind, like, they don't want to have to do this shit type shit, but they will do what they must. So, you know, that shit was good. Then, you know, they set off, you know, and then, you know, they gear up for, you know, season 2 type shit, which is cool. So overall, you know what I'm saying, matter of fact, I'll let y'all do this first. Give me y'all a little rating of the what's y'all rating and just season 1 shit, y'all rating and y'all favorite characters that was, you know, in this.
So rating just like the whole thing in general?
Yeah, whole season type shit. Whole season 1 type.
This season, I'm giving it a cool 9. I'm not going man.
Who's your favorite characters? You can do top 3, top 5, it don't matter.
Top 3 favorite character gotta go Yuji, Megumi, Gojo, Anime, then Maki.
Okay. What about you, Brock? Talk to me.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna give it a 9.
Okay.
Fuck with it. If you already know, my dog Nanami at 1.
Yeah.
I gotta have, you know, Toto at 2.
Yeah.
That's my dog.
Yeah.
3, I'm at a nigga Gojo there. I'm at Yuji at 4. And 5th, even though, you know, you barely see him, but I fuck with that nigga just a minute. I gotta have Sukuna at 5.
Okay, yeah, that's fire. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. We all got 9s or above, like. So like I'm gonna give mine a 9. I kind of want to give it a 9.5 because I really don't have nothing bad to say about it, like, at all. Like, I fucked with it like all the way through type shit. And I don't watch anime like that no more. I really don't. So like watching this shit and like fucking with it, like the way I was fucking with it, fire. So, you know, favorite characters season 1, Kento. You know, y'all call him Nanami. Fuck with him. Number 1 has to be number 1. Toto, I'm gonna be honest, that nigga had number 2. I gotta put that nigga number 2. Yuji, Gojo, Megumi. That's my top 5 so far. I'm fucking with all of it. They was doing their thing. So, man, hey, that's a review. That's JJK season 1 review. All type of spoilers, and you know, hopefully the people fuck with it, man. Cause I know, man, we put in work, man. We didn't just, you know, we didn't just deliver. Finally got it out. So, you know, hey, man, fuck with it type shit.